Hello there, welcome, and thank you for joining us on another edition of the Evening Review. My name is Okito Craig, and this evening in studio with me, Mr. Isack Hendjala. He is the manager for valuations at the City of Windhoek. How are you, sir?
I'm well, sir. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Yes.
I understand that the City of Windhoek has embarked on general valuations.
Yes. As of 8th of May, the city has published a notice in the newspapers, various newspapers, announcing the commencement of the general valuations.
Yes. You started in Eros, Klein Windhoek, in CBD, Windhoek West, Windhoek East, Windhoek North, Windhoek South, Northern Industrial, Southern Industrial.
Yes. The areas of focus as of now, Eros, Klein Windhoek. The Klein Windhoek includes Aves, Rudisdorp, the general Klein Windhoek.
Okay.
And then Windhoek as a suburb, not Windhoek as a local authority area. And Windhoek consists of areas that residents call Seydrov, CBD, Windhoek North, Windhoek West, Northern Industry, Southern Industry, Luxury Hill, and Windhoek Eros.
I see.
So those are the areas of focus as of now.
Okay. This is a statutory process.
Yes, it's a statutory process mandated by the Local Authority Act, and it has to be done every 5 years.
Every 5 years, okay.
Yes, it's basically to collect physical property data to help with the determination of values and the compilation of the valuation role.
I see. But I did notice in the notice that it refers to rateable properties. What's a rateable property and what is it?
The law defines what is rateable.
Okay.
And it also defines what is non-rateable. But for the purpose of a general valuation, we want all the properties within the jurisdiction of Windhoek to be varied and included, for a simple reason that non-rateable properties, for example, government schools.
I see, okay.
Yeah, so we, as a local authority, needs to determine what is that the city is giving away during a financial year in terms of exempting those properties.
I see.
Yes. So non-rateable properties are all properties in private hands.
Okay.
Those are rateable, but the law has defined what is rateable and what is not rateable.
So is all government property non-rateable?
No, not all of them. Offices, government offices are rateable.
Okay.
Even though at a certain degree, not 100%. Okay. The law has defined how much percentage it should be discounted, but they are also rateable.
Okay. And I imagine that Windhoek being so big and growing all the time, it's a lot of properties. Are we talking about more than 10,000?
Yes, Windhoek is a big settlement area.
Yeah.
In 2011, Windhoek was extended to include the upcoming, residential lifestyle estates.
Yes.
For example, Fingenstein or Meyer, and to also include satellite settlements.
Okay.
Like Groothoop and the nearby farms. So, and then you have Windhoek proper, which consists of a lot of suburbs. Katutura, Nahenda, Windhoek, Seydrov, Olympia, Awarsbrick. And in total, we are looking at close to 70,000 properties.
Sure, okay.
Yes.
That's a lot of properties.
Yes.
But, there's also a lot of informal settlements all around Windhoek. Are they included?
We only value registered properties.
Okay.
Those that are fully surveyed and registered. Informal settlement sits on the municipal land that we call town land, most of them. Even though some of them are sitting on proclaimed township, but because of the nature of how they were set up, so the city could not in some areas go in there and service those areas. So the property on which these informal settlements are sitting, if it is surveyed and registered, will appear in the valuation roll, but only the land value.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And let's cut to the biggest concern that many residents might have, is the need for physical visits to properties. How is that being handled this year?
We have a team of 10 valuers that are going around the city. Once we announce that we are in this area, they are going to carry their official municipal identification cards.
Okay.
And they are also going to carry letters, authorization letters, indicating that they are authorized to carry out inspection on properties.
I see.
Yes.
I see. But 10 people to cover 70,000 properties, it's going to take a long time.
Yeah, it's going to take a long time, but we have most of the data. This is just a verification process.
Okay.
Yeah, we just want to verify whether what we have already correspond with what is on site. If it doesn't, this is when now the colleagues will take note of the changes on site.
Okay.
And when they get to the office, they amend the records that we have. Yeah.
So they'd be making that judgment. They've got access to the records so that they can see that there's...
Yeah.
Because my concern is that in the past, I've encountered situations where the plans on record at City of Windhoek are very outdated compared to the latest plans for any specific building. So how do you reconcile that? Or is it not really a concern?
Yes, that's basically why we are doing physical property inspection.
I see.
Is to identify whether the footprint of the structures on the land correspond with the records we have in our archives.
I see.
Yeah, if the records differ, the colleagues will then approach building control to inform them that yes, we were on this property and there seems to be differences in the footprint of the structure on site and on plan and the one on our valuation card.
Okay.
So it's now for building control to confirm to us that yes, those amendments, those alterations were approved by the city.
I see.
If they were not approved by the city, we hand it over to the building inspectors, because we just want to value what is lawfully authorized.
Obviously, the logical consequence of this whole exercise, which can also be concerning based on our current world economic reality, and especially the realities that most Namibians face in this rich country full of poor people, is that the value of your property is probably going to go up.
Yes, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't worry about the value, because that is the value of the property as it is. So what makes the difference is the rate factor that is applied.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily the value, but the rate factor is what makes the difference.
But isn't it going to mean that as soon as you are finished and you publish the new valuation roll, City of Windhoek is going to increase my monthly fees?
No, not really, because what happens is when a new general valuation comes into force,
yeah,
what happens is the local authority first they need to determine a rate factor that will give them what you are currently paying.
Okay.
So once they have done that, then they can then move on whether they want to increase with whatever percentage. So every new general valuation has to be, a new rates has to be determined. And it has to be determined in such a way that it gives the local authority an amount which is equivalent to what you are paying now. And then depart from there if they want to increase it. So they increase it the normal way they do it during any financial year.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hendjala. Mr. Hendjala is the manager of valuations at City of Windhoek, and we'll be continuing this interesting conversation about the general valuation carrying on in the capital right now as soon as we get back after this commercial break. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Evening Review. My name is Ogito Greg. In studio with me this evening, Mr. Isack Hendjala. He is the valuations manager at City of Windhoek, and we are talking about the current general valuation happening in the capital. Mr. Hendjala, thank you very much, sir, for explaining these important developments to us. I'd like us just to revisit quickly the city officials who will be coming to properties that are being valuated, and the need for citizens to cooperate with them.
Yes. After satisfying themselves with the identification information that is displayed by these valuers, we urge the residents to give them access to their property, because if you don't give them access, we might end up making wrong judgments on your property. And it's very important because when we depreciate when we apply the depreciation rate,
Yes.
we apply the depreciation rate based on what we have seen. So that means the condition of the property, the type of material that is used, because if you don't allow these valuers to enter your property, they might end up thinking that your house or part of your house, which is a prefab, is a wall. So this is basically why we want you to cooperate and let them in, just to ensure that we are collecting correct data on your property.
Very good. Earlier this year, I did receive complaints from other towns around Namibia about big increases in value allocated after general valuation was done on properties where no improvements were effected in the period in question. And I wanted to find out, under what circumstances can that happen? If I haven't added on or improved my property since the previous valuation roll, what might have happened so that my valuation is now much bigger?
What happens is, you see, the value of the property does not sit idle.
Okay.
It increases. So do the cost of construction. Now the law prescribe the methods of valuations that should be used. When it comes to land, it's the market basis.
Okay.
When it comes to improvements, it's the cost of construction, which means, for example, at a specific point in time, what will it cost you to replace this building, for example, where we are. So now improvements are valued based on the replacement cost basis. Now what happened is that this is why I earlier mentioned that when it comes to depreciation, we need to know the condition, the materials that your property is in, so that at least when we make the judgment of depreciating, discounting, the replacement value, we know exactly at more or less what rate should we use.
I see.
Because what it means is first you determine the value of that structure as new.
Okay.
Now you get the value as new. Now you know the property is not, at that point in time, is not new.
Yes.
You need now to depreciate it.
Yes.
So this means every general valuation, the value will not be the same, because the rate per square meter to construct such a structure does not remain the same
I see.
for all the years.
Yeah.
This is why there will be a difference. When it comes to land values, the same, because the cost of servicing land 5 years back cannot be the same as of today.
Yes.
So hence, when there is a new general valuation, there will always be an increase in values.
I see.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
How will I know what the new value of my property is if I'm a property holder here in City of Windhoek, and once I learn that the general valuation is complete?
Yes, the law prescribed a process that should be followed, and that means once the valuer has compiled the general valuation, at that point in time, it's called provisional valuation roll.
Okay.
That provisional valuation roll has to be advertised.
Okay.
For the public to come and view the values that were attached to their properties.
I see.
And confirm whether they are in agreement or not in agreement with the value.
Okay.
If they are not in agreement,
Yeah.
they launch objections.
Okay.
Now, the period of viewing is allocated 21 days in terms of the law.
Okay.
So once the provisional valuation roll is advertised, you have 21 days as a property owner to view the roll and launch your objection if you are not satisfied with the values attached to your property.
How much does it cost to lodge an objection?
0.
Okay.
Yes, there will be a prescribed a form that you need to fill in, and what happened then thereafter is that your objection is taken to the valuation court.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it could be that maybe it was just an entry error that the valuer and the property owner can sort out, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So once you agree, you don't need to go to court. But if you say no, if the valuer said no, I stand by my values,
Yes.
so let's go to court. You go to court,
Okay.
and then this objection is presented to the court. The valuer present how he has done it. The objector, the property owner, present also his or her reasons why he or she thinks that that could not be the value, and then the court will decide whether to reduce it or keep it the way it is.
Okay. In the beginning of our conversation, we spoke about the areas in the capital where the general valuation has started, and it's a huge chunk. How long do you think you'll be busy there, and where will you move to after that?
We plan to be busy for the next 7 months.
Okay.
Yeah, with within Windhoek, and we are also in a process of outsourcing the farm areas, and we also expect them to at least finish around maybe November there.
Okay.
Yeah, because the farms, the total number of the farms portions are below 2,000.
Okay.
Yeah, we hope that they will finish by that time. But once we are done with Windhoek Eros, Klein Windhoek, we will then move on to Ouwersbrick, Klein Coupe, Olympia, and then Simbabasia, Academia, Panes Park, Rocky Crest. So we go by that flow.
You're following the new road.
Yes.
Down the back. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, no, very good, very good. Are there challenges or things that the public can help to make your job a little bit easier?
Yeah, it's not an easy exercise. There will be people refusing entries. So there will be people, even though we have informed to them, intimidating some of these valuers, it's a big challenge. This is why we are asking the residents to please assist us, or to please cooperate with our valuers, so that we collect accurate data.
And within City of Windhoek, you have the skilled, trained, experienced personnel needed.
Yes, we are using qualified people with degrees, all of them. They have degrees in property studies, property valuation. So we are not worried in that field.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. From your perspective as manager of valuations, can you share with us your insights in terms of trends? How are things developing in terms of property values in City of Windhoek?
In the City of Windhoek, property values has never really gone down. They are always on the upper trend.
Yes.
There were times, for example, COVID times, where everything was like standstill.
Yes.
But thereafter, we have seen movement. Like I said, these things trends with the cost.
Yeah.
It's the cost of servicing land. It's never gone down. The cost of constructing a structure, it's never gone down. So it is always on the upper side.
Okay. And City of Windhoek has also been busy with informal settlement upgrade program with flexible land tenure and all sorts of initiatives to try and empower some of residents who are not as financially blessed as others. But will those processes have any impact on property values in general in the city?
Yes, they will, because remember, once an area is formalized,
yes,
there will be structures built.
Okay.
Yeah, and remember that when you are creating or formalizing an area, you are actually creating an end user value.
I see.
Now, when you are busy, you may not see that.
Yeah.
But once you are done,
Yeah.
This is when you will see end users, interest
Yeah.
in the product that you came up with, the houses or the land.
Okay.
And this is when now the story of demand and supply starts. If people start now demanding, you should know that people have seen value in that product, and the moment they have seen value, the value of that product will start going up.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hendjala.
You're welcome, sir.
And thank you very much for joining us on this edition of the Evening Review. And tomorrow evening, we'll be discussing another pertinent matter. So please join us again. Until then, good night.